Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Survive This Crit, where this month we are talking about the movie Friday the 13th. More specifically, this episode we are playing Monster of the Week, a very fun role playing game where we are put into very spooky scenarios. And this week, our final gal, Kylie, will be going up against our movie monster, Mrs. Voorhees.
Let's go. I've never played this game before. I'm excited. It's somewhat similar to D&D, but very different, I'm sure. And I am playing Kylie the Mundane, which just means I'm human. And I've got some extra points for being able to investigate, being able to be tough, and being able to be manipulative, as all plain humans are. But I'm not magic. So yeah, let's freaking go. I'm ready to hopefully last longer than you did, because if I do that, then I'll consider that a win.
Keep talking like that, and I'm gonna make something up that will get you killed immediately.
Ooh, I'm so scared. All right, let's go.
Okay, so for a little backstory, Kylie, so you are a member of the organization known as the Department of Evil Abnormality Deterrence,
Ooh,
also
okay.
known as DEAD.
Nice. I see what you did there.
DEAD is an organization responsible for deterring supernatural occurrences, making sure that the rest of normal society remains peacefully unaware of the evils beneath.
All right. That sounds good. I've got with me my motorcycle, a small handgun, and an axe.
Now,
And
I thought you said your preferred vehicle was going to be the mystery van from Scooby Doo.
you know what? I thought about that, but I thought a motorcycle would look more badass as I'm like riding into the sunset with the decapitated head of Mrs. Voorhees.
Okay. Now, as a fair warning, the rules of our game state that we don't come in with any equipment. The equipment you have to find. So, I know your character sheet says that you have a hand axe and a gun, but I'm gonna have to come up with a reason for those to be taken away.
I don't have it. Well, I feel a lot less confident now. I thought I'd be able to chop someone's head off. Nick, I feel
But you know the rules.
all right. I barely
Believe me,
do.
there'll
Let's do
be equipment that you can find
it.
in the
Okay.
camp.
Including the
Okay.
handgun and my axe, please. All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. So the other part of this game, just for our listeners to know, is that you will be directly inserted into the actual movie Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. So we start off. Kylie, you're riding your motorcycle down a long highway late at night, and there's like an iPad display right on the center console of your motorcycle.
Uh-huh.
You just finished a mission in, let's see, I'm terrible with geography. What's close to New Jersey?
Virginia is not that far away. That's
Okay,
only
so
4 hours.
you're in Virginia and you just finished a mission fighting off some ghosts in
Ghost.
a haunted house.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You're leaving the mission, and as you do, you get a call. It's from your chief. So you answer the phone, and Chief Macabre, or as it just says, if you combine the first and last name together, Macabre.
Macabre. Chief Macabre, what's up?
Olsen, what do you think you've done?
I kicked ass.
Do you
killed
have any
people.
idea of the panic and chaos and mess you just left behind?
Can
I should
I
have your badge for this. If we had badges.
can I roll and act under pressure?
Sure.
Or actually manipulate someone?
Okay, what are you gonna say? Well, let's roll and then tell me what you're gonna say.
5 plus 6. So 11. So it says for a normal person, then they'll do it for the reason that you gave them. I'm gonna convince him that like I just did my job, man. I am fine and I don't deserve any trouble that you're giving me right now. Send me on another mission. That is my life's purpose.
Fine. Well, only because you've been doing this for years. You're one of our most seasoned vets.
Yeah, I
But
am.
but you're on thin ice right now. That's why we've confiscated all your weapons when you weren't looking.
How dare you?
You want them
Apparently,
back?
rolling an 11 wasn't good enough.
Our divination department has determined that there's another abnormality occurring in New Jersey near a place called Camp Crystal Lake. Epicenter appears to be right at the center of the lake. I never claimed to be amazing with words.
All right. Well, am I gonna at least get something to fight with? What am I expected to do? Fight these gooks and gopes with my bare hands?
We left you a whistle.
You left me a whistle. What am I, a college girl?
Knowing your background and experience, we're confident you'll be able to find something that will help you.
Son of a bitch.
Do you have a problem with that, Olson?
No, sir.
We're sending you the coordinates. Make your way to Camp Crystal Lake immediately.
Bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop. All
We
right.
Okay, so we fast forward to Camp Crystal Lake. You slowly pull up to the main road that is the entrance to the camp. And as you do, you notice a dead body hanging from the camp entrance sign. It looks to be a man in a yellow raincoat and glasses.
Oh no. I'm gonna read a bad situation. I'm gonna investigate the area. 4 plus 3, a 7 plus. Oh, I have an extra point here for sharp. So an 8. So I'm gonna ask you, the keeper, are there any dangers around here?
There's no immediate dangers going on. Nothing that you could see. But obviously you know that something's up.
Okay. So I go and check out the body. I'm gonna investigate a mystery. Hey, this man, I like his raincoat. Maybe I'll keep it. So I rolled a 9.
He also, just so you know, he looks kind of like a perv, like he might be into girls much younger than him. Just so you know, since you're so sharp.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so I rolled a 10. So now I can ask 3 questions about how he died. What killed him?
Okay. So what killed him? Basically, how again did Mr. Christie die in the movie?
He got stabbed. He didn't
He was
even get
stabbed. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. But
He was stabbed.
what sort of creature did it?
It looks to be human or human-like.
Okay. Do I see any tracks leading to where this person went?
You do, and they're just tracks that head down the main road.
All right. So I get back on my bike and I head down the main. Actually, I'm not going to bring my bike in there with bright lights. What am I thinking? I'm going to walk into the situation unarmed. Do I at least have a flashlight?
Yes, you have a flashlight.
Okay, so I have a small flashlight that I am scanning my surroundings, but I'm walking down the main road, so I'm not covered by trees. I'm just down the main road, kind of keeping an eye on my surroundings, what could be coming from the left or the right into camp.
Okay. So you make it all the way down the main road, and you start to, let me make sure we have the map all correct here. So you're heading down the main road, and as you do, you pass by the boys' cabin, and you're immediately outside the counselor's lodge.
Okay.
You're just outside the counselor's lodge, and as you approach it, a female runs out of the cabin screaming, freaking out.
Hey, what are you doing? What's going
on? Wow, you sound so calm, cooling. Immediately.
I've seen my share of dead bodies. Can I help you? How can I help out?
My name's Alice, and I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, you got to
I
be a
haven't
little
seen
more specific. What's going on?
I haven't seen any of my friends for hours, and I found one. His name is Bill, and he's hanging from the door.
Okay, I
He's dead.
here's what I'm gonna have you do. I need you to leave down that main road. Okay, don't look back. Do you have a flashlight or a weapon on you?
No.
Okay, that's really unfortunate. Is there anywhere in this camp that has supplies?
Yeah. Um, Probably uh by the boathouse. The boathouse will probably have some supplies.
Okay. Can you lead me? Can you show me where that is?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
All right. Let's go to the boathouse.
Okay. So you start walking towards the boathouse. So you're passing by the showers and you're passing by the girls' cabin. You make your way up and you're now at the entrance of the boathouse.
All right. Now I'm gonna read a bad situation.
Okay.
4 + 4, 8, 9. What's the best way for me to get in the boathouse undetected?
Your best bet is, let's see. See, there's an opening to the boathouse, obviously where the boats can go in and out.
Right.
So that's got its own dock. So you can enter in through there if you want. There's
Mhm.
also a front door, but you can tell that that's probably not just because of your years of experience, clearly,
Mhm.
um, that the front door isn't always the smartest situation.
Okay. So I'm gonna with Alice, we're gonna sneak in through the back dock and investigate for supplies. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get supplies.
Okay, so let me take a second here and okay. So next to the docks of the camp is a two-story building called the boathouse. And I'm just reading the description here. It
Okay.
has a it has a dock inside where a large canoe is stationed. So you have a boat there.
Hmm.
On the first floor, you can find life preservers and vests hanging along the wall.
Hmm.
There is a rope fastening the canoe to the dock, and there's extra rope on the second floor, along with a bunch of dusty old boxes.
Okay.
It's mostly used for extra storage, and there's some fishing gear as well.
Is there any like fishing or hunting knives there?
Uh, I No, there are no fishing knives. There are flashlights though.
Okay. I'm gonna have Alice grab a flashlight. I'm gonna grab an extra flashlight. I'm gonna grab the rope and have it with me so I can use it if I need to, like coiled up around me. And is it worth even investigating the boxes, or do I just know there's nothing in there?
You can tell just by looking at it. There's probably nothing useful in there.
Okay. And yeah, so I'm with Alice. I'm gonna go up to the second floor slowly with our lights off, being weary of any noise that may come.
Okay. As you approach the stairs and you start to climb up,
Mhm.
you start to notice a figure up at the top of the stairs.
Okay. I'm already rolling my dice to act under pressure so that way you can give me a good outcome. All right, 5
Okay.
+
Uh,
6. So I have 11. You have to give me a good outcome for this interaction.
okay. Well, what is it you do?
Darn. Shoot. Okay.
It's just right now all you see is a shadowy figure.
Okay. I'm gonna retreat back down the stairs with Alice, and I'm gonna rush her. We're gonna take a detour. I'm gonna rush her to the edge of the camp and make her wait outside the camp for me, and then I'm gonna go back in alone. But I want to investigate the other cabins on my way to see if there's anything there. Like, oh, can I investigate the dining hall for knives and stuff?
Yes, you can. So let's take this piece by piece really quick. So first thing you said was
I want to get
you
Alice to
exit.
the edge of camp
You're
outside the
getting
camp.
Alice to the edge of camp. Okay, let's start there.
Okay.
Okay, So you run out of the boathouse. You take Alice to, I'm assuming, what is the entrance road, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do you tell her?
I say, Alice, stay here. If anybody comes toward you that isn't me, run. Get out of here and call the police. But I'm fairly confident. I'm good at my mission. I have only failed a couple times before, so I'm going to try my best to keep you safe. So get out of here. Just leave. Find, you know what? Screw it. Don't even wait for me. Just go to the nearest like cafe possible. Just get out of here because you're going to die without me saving you. So go. And then I'm going to slowly go
Okay.
back into
So
camp.
Alice says, okay, okay. I think I can manage that. I'll I'll get out of camp. I'll call somebody. I'll get a hold of somebody. And I'm gonna get the police to show up.
Okay, thank you. Get out of here, girl.
Okay. So you leave and you start heading towards the dining hall.
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
I'm gonna roll to investigate. It's not even investigating a mystery. Can I just investigate the kitchen in general and see if I can get any medical supplies or any knives and pots and pans?
Sure. So first off, you're walking through the dining hall. First thing you see is the actual dining area where there are 5 large, just straight tables. They can all seat about 12 people, so enough for like 60 campers plus staff, stuff like that.
Okay.
But nothing really set out, nothing like that. And then there is a swinging door near the back that you can go into that leads to the kitchen. So we're assuming then you're going through that swinging door. You're in the kitchen now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And now what do you want to do?
I want to check the chef's station for knives. And I want to check along the walls to see if there's an emergency first aid kit.
All right. So let's investigate again.
Okay. 3 shoots. 6. So 9 plus 1, 10.
10. Okay. What does it say for your agenda? What a 10
It
will get you?
says ask the keeper the following questions. So basically my questions were, do I find knives? Do I find first aid?
Okay. All right. So you do not find first aid, but you do find basically there's a little wooden sign that says chef station,
Okay.
right? uh, and once you know it, it's surrounded by big neon lights and a nice big red arrow.
Wow.
How convenient. You go there and you look in some cupboards, pull out some cabinets, and you will find some kitchen knives, some chef's knives. Those are
All
the
right.
big boys.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna grab a couple of those, especially if they have any sort of safety guard that I can pull off. So I'm gonna take 2 knives, which they have. Could I use them? Hear me out. If I use 2 knives at the same time, could I use them almost like nunchucks? So that way using 2 weapons at the same time is like a 2 harm instead of a +1 harm.
Uh, I'm gonna say, do we have anything that correlates to like engineering or creativity?
I have +2 charm to manipulate.
Are you saying you're gonna charm the knives into becoming one cohesive unit?
Be mine. No, okay, fine. I'll just take 1 knife and I have a rope. Is there anything the equivalent of like a bat or a hockey stick, something that's like, I know there's oars in the dock house. Okay, I'm gonna grab an oar from the dock house when I go back there. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take
So
1 knife for now.
okay.
And my rope.
So as you grab the knife, suddenly you hear a loud scream from outside the dining hall. what sounds to be coming near the docks. It goes,
I like that Zoom cut out when you screamed, but I could see your face doing it, which was really hilarious. Okay, I'm going to.
you can, oh, and you can tell that it's Alice.
Mother, I told you. Okay, I'm going to use my special move called Power of the Heart. I can't actually use this until I'm there fighting the monster, but I'm going to run out with my knife and my ropes to see what the frick is going on.
Okay, so you walk up to the docks and you
I run.
see, you run up to the docks, my bad. You run up to the docks and you see the same shadowy figure uh, grabbing on to Alice, or at least you assume it's Alice because it's kind of dark.
Okay, I'm going to use my Power of the Heart. So I automatically help as though I rolled a 10 for fighting when fighting a monster. So I'm going to pursue this monster as if I've rolled a 10. So that means I can choose an extra effect on kicking butt. I'd like to inflict extra harm with my
Okay,
knife.
okay, but before you're able to do this, what is it? The shadowy figure does throw Alice into the boat, so she's now inside the boat.
Okay,
Just
so
so you
it's
know.
now just me and Mrs. Voorhees. Let's freaking go. Or me and
Okay,
a stranger.
so what's your attack specifically?
So I'm going to use my knife and I'm going to just slash at her. And it's only one harm, but it's as if I rolled a 10. So it's a automatic success. And I get to choose one extra effect. So I'm going to inflict terrible harm. So I'm going to give her an extra harm for that.
Okay, so extra harm, that just adds another, like, just one more harm to it,
Yeah. So
basically.
it's the knife is acting as if it's two harm.
Okay, perfect. Uh, okay, so it lands and you successfully cut her on her left arm. She's kind of bleeding, and now you can actually see her. This is your chance to question her as she kind
Right.
of looks up to you.
I'm going to use my manipulation. And I'm going to say, who are you and what are you doing here? I rolled a 4 and a 4 plus 2, so it's a 10. So they have to answer my question without fighting me on the question.
Okay. So she looks up at you. You see that it's a elderly blonde woman with curly hair.
Oh my goodness. I'm shocked. I'm floored.
She looks up at you and she says, "I I'm Pamela Voorhees. Uh, I I'm just I'm here to check on my son, Jason."
Oh, ma'am, I don't know how good my believability is to be able to tell. Does Alice say anything here? Because I'm trying to honor the story and see if I would believe her. Because
Uh
I'm used to
so
fighting ghosts and monsters, not an old lady.
Alice doesn't need to say anything because the next words that come out of Pamela's mouth are, "He drowned here almost 30 years ago. These kids, these counselors, they just never pay any attention to my son."
All right.
She looks at you, she goes, "What's that, Jason?" "Yes, I think I should kill her too, shouldn't I?"
I'm gonna charge her.
"Yes."
Oh God.
She then she before you can do anything, she actually lunges at you. She reveals that she has a knife. She
She has
pulls
a
out
knife
of
too.
she also has a knife. She pulls it just right out behind her nicely knit sweater. There we go. That's what I'm thinking of. She goes, "You're trying to stop me, aren't you? Don't worry, Jason's doing it. Okay."
I'm gonna make
She rolled 4,
it 6.
5.
I rolled a 10 plus 2. I rolled a 12. Wait, Stop.
For what was this now?
I rolled a manipulation to stop her.
I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna
I'm gonna
veto
have to
that?
over. I'm gonna have to veto that one.
No. How do I defend myself then?
Um, only only mostly because she gets this is a surprise to you. Like she shocks you.
Okay. Okay. Oh shoot.
So if she lands a hit, you take 2 harm.
Mother frick. Okay. Can I attack back?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can attack back. You can continue to question whatever you want to do.
Okay. Yeah.
Alice is screaming out to you now. She's like, "Look out! Be careful! She tied me up here."
Um, okay. I'm gonna try to do something stupid.
Perfect.
I'm
That's how these things always work out great.
yes, yes. So I'm gonna do a protect someone. And how I'm gonna protect Alice is I'm gonna push her boat into the water further out of Mrs. Voorhees' reach and run up the stairs to the second floor. Because I know I'm faster than this, and she has slashed me, but I'm still faster and in better shape, reasonably. And I rolled a 9 plus 1, so I rolled a 10, and I want to lose 1 harm. I want less harm. So how does that play out if I do that? If pushing her boat into out of the dock and trying to run up the stairs with a 10.
So you successfully push her out to the water, as you
Okay.
described, and then now all impending danger is focused on you.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Mrs. Voorhees was able to get another scratch on you, but instead of 2 harm, it's just 1 harm.
Okay. That makes up for the fact that I lost a harm. I just gained it back. Okay. That's annoying. Is there is there anything that's wood that I could use right now as a club?
Yeah. So next thing I'll say is that you do succeed on pushing her down, so that way you have the opportunity to run to the to the boathouse.
Okay.
That's what you said, right? You were running
Yeah.
to the boathouse.
Yeah, because I wanted to push Alice out into the water and run up to the second floor of the boathouse.
Okay. In that case, I will go ahead and take another harm off of Mrs. Voorhees for that successful push.
Yeah. Die, old lady. Okay, at the top floor, well, I have a second. Is there any weapons up here that could help me? I can roll for it. I can roll for it if you want to act under pressure.
Sure. Actually, it's for investigate.
Oh, for investigate. Okay, 5, 4 plus 1, so that's 10.
Okay. So in terms of weapons, you find no, there shouldn't be anything useful to you as a weapon inside of the boathouse, but there is more rope. You can always get more rope.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do something.
Unless you want to, you know what? Unless you want to use a fishing hook. If you want to use fishing hooks.
It's true. Well, I'm gonna tie up the rope. Part of the rope I'm gonna tie over a beam. Are there beams that I can do that with?
I'm gonna say so you can tie it to there's a large window, an open window that points directly out towards the lake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it's about 15 feet by 15 feet, so it's something like big enough for a human to like jump out of if they wanted to.
Okay, good to know.
And from there, you can throw the rope over and try and hang it from the roof
Okay.
if you want to do something like that.
No, I had a different thing in mind, but I guess I can't do that. Okay. Is there anything heavy in the room that's like over 5 pounds?
Yeah, I'd say there's something heavy in it. So there's just some dusty old boxes. You can
Okay. I'm gonna tie one of the ropes up to that box, and I'm gonna literally use it to like probably gonna throw out my back doing this, but to literally, if as she comes up the stairs, throw it down at her, trying to hit her with the rope box maneuver because I can't hang it on anything and swing it.
okay, so basically you're trying to swing a box from a rope.
Yeah,
and
and
aim
hit her.
it right at her.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna have to roll and make sure that hits.
4, 6, 7. Shoot, on a 7, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is established based on the dangers in the game. That means
Okay,
you
so
usually inflict the harm rating of your weapon, and your enemy inflicts the attack harm rating on you.
okay, so the box is a little bit heavier than you judged, and you didn't use proper form, Kylie. So so Mrs. Voorhees does indeed. She's running up the stairs, and as she runs up the stairs, you swing the box down the stairs. She catches it, falls down the stairs, tumbling.
All
Like something
right.
out of Home Alone, but you didn't use proper form,
So
and
I
you
threw
threw
out.
out your back a bit.
Oh man,
My back!
my back. All right, things are not going well for me.
Now, as you threw that, you also heard Alice's screaming again, and she's she's going, help!
Okay, I look out the window. I'm gonna investigate and see if I can see what's going on out there. 5, 3, 8 plus 9. I have a 10 on that. What do I see out there?
So you see something that's dripping wet has is grabbing her from behind and pulling her down.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Wouldn't you know it? Who it is?
Wouldn't you know? I'm gonna do a power of the heart again. When fighting a monster, if you help someone, don't roll cool. You automatically help as though you rolled a 10. I'm gonna break through the window and dive down to the
You don't
water.
have to break through the window.
It's
It's just
open.
a sliding open window.
Okay, I'm gonna open the window. It would have been cooler if I broke through it. I'm gonna open the window and dive down into the water.
Okay, so you said you used what again? Power of the heart?
Yeah, it's one of my special things. It's that it acts as if I rolled a 10.
You jump down into the water.
Can I suffer a little less harm? Actually, I want to inflict harm on the enemy.
So you jump down into the water. You don't take any harm, but now the figure is focused on you. What happens is the figure just kind of retreats down into the water.
Oh no, this was a bad idea. Shoot. Okay. I'm gonna act under pressure and see if I can jump onto the boat and grab the oar that Alice has on the boat.
Okay,
5.
remember Alice is tied up. So,
Well, I want her oar for my own purposes.
but she's
5,
tied up and she's in the water.
9. Oh, okay. Act under pressure. I rolled a 9 to act under pressure. So it says the keeper is going to give me a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. So go ahead and give me my options.
For act under pressure?
Yeah, I'd like to, if I have the choice, I'd like to either get Alice back onto the boat or be able to pin this thing underwater and drown it.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
You start to feel something kind of touch your toes. You're near the boat now, and you kind of feel it touching your toes.
Nope.
But Alice is another like 10 feet out, or maybe 15 feet
Okay.
out from the boat. So you're right next to the boat. She's farther away, and you could tell that this thing is coming towards you now.
Okay. Alice, go! She can't do anything. I forgot she's tied up. Oh man.
Yeah, Alice is like right near the center of the boat, or right near the center of the lake.
Okay.
So here's your tough choice. You got to either swim towards Alice and save her, or get yourself in the boat.
That is a tough choice. Is she drowning or is it like shallow enough that she can tread water?
It's not shallow. It's a pretty deep lake.
So is she, but my question still stands. Is she treading water? Is she kicking with her legs or is she drowning?
She's treading water.
Okay. I'm going to put myself.
But she's also panicking. So
I'm going to say, Alice, calm the frick down. I'm going to take care of us. And I'm going to pull myself into the boat and ready myself with an oar in my hand.
Okay. So now you're back in the boat. You have your oar. And I'm assuming you're approaching Alice?
Yeah, I'm trying to swim toward. Actually, I'm honestly scanning the area to see if that thing is going to come up. If I don't see anything, I start paddling toward Alice.
Okay. You don't see anything.
Okay, I start paddling toward Alice to grab her.
Okay. As you paddle towards her, do you stick your oar out to try and like, well, she can't really grab onto anything because her
I
hands are
have
tied.
rope. Oh yeah, shoot. I do have rope. That's not gonna be useful.
Well, thank goodness you have rope.
Well, I'm gonna paddle up right next to her and be able and pull her up into, and I can use help for that.
Okay. So as you paddle up next to her,
Oh, no.
she starts to get pulled out from under, or pulled under.
Okay, I'm gonna Frank, I'm gonna protect someone.
She's now under the water.
No, no, no. I'm gonna act under pressure. 3. Shoot. 2. That's a miss. That's my first miss all game, and Alice is under the water. Can I try to do a protect someone?
You can if you want.
3. 5, 8, 9. It says I'm gonna protect them okay, but I'll suffer some or all the harm that they were gonna get. So I dive into the water.
So basically, what's going to happen then is you're gonna, yeah. So as you're saying, you dive into the water, and you see a creepy little, well, looks like a small child almost, but kind of wrinkly and gross.
Ew.
Almost as if it's been there for decades in the lake.
I wonder
what it could be. And it's holding on to Alice and trying to basically drag her down farther and farther, deeper and deeper into the lake. Alice is running out of breath.
No, fart. I kick him in the face and I grab Alice and pull her to the surface. But apparently now I'm going to deal with the harm.
Yeah, so you kick him, you successfully pull him off, but now you're drowning. He's holding on tight to you.
Okay, so I'm going to kick some ass and then I'm going to use some luck to see if I can get out of here.
Okay.
5 plus 2, 7 plus 1, 8. So I got an 8, and I'm gonna try to swing my knife down at him since he's holding my legs. Actually, you said I have to kick free. So
so you got to kick free. He's basically dragging you down.
Gonna kick him.
So it's not enough, I'm afraid to say.
No. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Can I use my luck, my 1 luck that I have, to make that result a 12?
Yes, you can. For the record, you have 2 luck.
I know. Now I have 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So I either, as a kick some ass move, I either hold the advantage. My attack inflicts double harm. My attack drives the enemy in a route. I want my.
So here's what happens. So you use your luck, and basically you're still being dragged down. You're starting to fade a little bit in and out. You're like, next thing you know, you hear the voice of the wisest man, who's almost like a mentor to you. You hear the voice of Chief Big Mac Macabre. You just hear his voice. You know, oh, Sam, you're better than this. You have to believe in yourself. Remember your training. Suddenly, inspiration flows over you. You gain like a second wind almost. And like something out of Popeye the Sailor Man after he consumes his spinach.
Yeah.
You break free from the hold that the figure has on you.
Can I go up to the surface soon?
Yes, you can go up to the surface. Chief Macabre is not really there, but his spirit was with you, like a Jedi in Star Wars.
Nice.
The ghost.
At this point, now that I'm up at the surface, can I pull myself into the boat?
Yes, okay. You can.
And where is Alice?
Alice is still treading water.
Damn, she's getting the workout of her life.
But she's next to the boat.
Oh, I pull her into the boat. Really? And I cut her ropes free. I'm gonna use help out. And cut her ropes.
Okay.
I rolled an 8. Does that work?
Yes, that works. But you have to also take away 1 harm for the drowning damage she took.
For the drowning damage I took?
Yeah. How much damage are you at right now? Or how much harm do you have left?
I have 3 left.
Okay.
I'm unstable. I officially have now reached unstable.
Okay. You have 3 harm.
Okay.
You're on the boat and you successfully cut Alice's ropes. But you can sense that it's not over yet.
Okay.
The creature, the being is still there.
Okay. Can I paddle us to shore as quickly as possible? Because like I'd rather face Mrs. Vorhees than him.
Yes, you can.
Okay. I paddle us to shore. I get her off the boat and I say, run, just run, get out of here. There's nothing I can do, but I'm going to do my best to save you. And I hold the oar and I'm ready to hit Mrs. Voorhees with it.
Okay. So Alice looks at you and she says, okay, I'm leaving this time. And she just books it.
Be.
She books it out of there.
Good. About freaking time.
That's when suddenly out of nowhere,
no,
Mrs. Voorhees appears behind you.
Shoot, I'm gonna act under pressure.
You stopped. I was trying to do right by my son. Should I kill her, Jason? I should. Shouldn't I? Yes.
I failed all too, so I can't act under pressure very well right now. So I'm frozen in fear.
That's when she pulls out her machete.
No! Can I want to kick some ass with my oar. I want to see if I can hit her with the oar at least. 4 plus 6, 10. I rolled a 12.
You take extra, so she takes extra damage. What'd you do to her? You hit her with the oar?
Yeah, and that is equivalent. That's a 2 harm.
Yeah, it is.
Messy. Smack her across the face.
Okay. But now she has her machete. She picks herself back up.
No.
And she goes for you.
No.
Okay. We're looking at I got a 1.
Yes, okay.
A 2. She lunges at you and misses with her machete.
Okay. I'm going to grab, can I take her machete?
You have to knock her off balance.
Oh, I'm going to do that then. Knocked her off balance. I got a 5 and a 4 plus 1. I got a 10. Can I knock her off balance?
Yes.
So I knock her off balance and take the machete.
Okay. She's at the edge of the dock. She looks up at you. She's starting to get back up and you see that she still has her knife though.
Shoot. Okay. I'm going to roll to kick some ass again. 8. I got a 9. So It says whatever you and your fighting inflict harm on each other. How much harm is that machete? It's gonna be worth a lot, right?
The machete does 4 harm.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm gonna slash that machete at her.
Okay. But you said that you got a 9?
Yeah.
For kick some ass.
Yeah.
Okay. You said something about you both get hurt?
Yeah,
I'm not seeing that.
On a +7, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on the established dangers of the game, which means my machete would do 4 harm and the knife would do however many harm that knife is worth.
Okay. So she lunges at you with her knife while you lunge at her with that machete. You have decapitated her. You sliced her head off.
Is she dead?
She's dead, but you were also stabbed.
Oh no.
How much? The knife is worth 2.
Okay, I'm on my last life. That's it for me. I'm on the last one. Can I try to stumble out of here and try to call somebody? You were super excited about my iPad on my motorcycle earlier. Do I have enough strength to make it to my iPad?
So you decapitated her, and now there's this sense of peace in the air.
Jump scare. Don't do it.
There's a sense of peace in the air. But you look out towards the lake, and you get the sense that there's still evil there, but it's not something you yourself can deal with.
No, it's not.
So you can stumble out away from the camp. The sun comes up as dawn approaches. Light comes over the mountains, over the Camp Crystal Lake. It's a bright, sunny day.
Yeah.
You, Kylie, have survived. Just in time.
I'm the champion. Okay.
Just in time for the DEAD, with the rest of its operatives, to show up. They intercepted a call from a woman known as Alice, trying to call the police. They immediately determined that it was related to the incident that you were investigating. They've come to give backup to you. Suddenly, Chief Macabre shows up. You see a slightly overweight black man with an eye patch come up to you. He goes, "Olsen! What happened here?"
Sure. Well, I have a machete now, and that's pretty cool, but I could really use medical medical care because I'm pretty sure I'm bleeding out.
Our healers will get right on to you. We'll check you out immediately. An ambulance pulls up with two people coming out with the stretcher for you, and they start to bandage your wounds. Olsen, tell me what happened here.
Sir, there was more than one target. There was an old woman who had gone insane and was possessed by the spirit of her dead son. But the dead son's body was also active, and he is still in that lake. You guys have to stop him. He tried to drown me.
That's when the chief looks up at you, puzzled, and he says, "Olsen, you've been unconscious for several hours now. Our team has investigated that lake. We didn't find anything.
Not the boy?
There was no boy.
Oh.
Listen, Olsen, we saw the other dead bodies of the kids out here. Our morticians calculate the time of death to have occurred before you could have ever arrived. So we found 5 dead bodies."
Oh, before I killed the other one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah. 5 other teenagers. And we found that guy hanging by the sign, who also kind of looked like a perv. Listen, Olsen, you did good work here today. You did what you could. You saved the one kid.
Sir, I just want to go home. And I want to keep my machete. It's my friend now.
Look, Olsen, you know, no one here on this force has a home. The fox has no place to lay its head. All there is the next mission.
All right.
I suggest you find a motel to rest up and wait to hear back for the next sighting.
And I use hotels.com to book my visit. I'm just kidding. We're not sponsored.
Yes, he looks over he points at the camera, looks directly and smiles and says, "And you can find it with Expedia at the best possible prices."
And I get rested up. That means I lived? I'm
Kylie,
what?
Today you are indeed the final gal.
I cannot explain what a relief that was. Wow.
You did it. You defeated Mrs. Voorhees.
Good.
You could not defeat Jason.
No.
That's okay. I purposely set it up so that way you could not.
I appreciate that. But 2-on-1, if I had to have defeated both of them, would have been really tough.
Yeah,
but
no,
that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Monster of the Week is a fun game. Hey everyone, this is coming from the real final girl, Kylie, who just defeated Mrs. Voorhees. Thank you so much for watching this episode or listening to this episode of Survive This Crit. Please stay tuned for more episodes, and if you have suggestions on things that we should watch and review, please email us or leave a comment. All right, have a good one. From your final girl. Peace out.